No offense, but we don't have time to keep playing these ridiculous games. I guess it is associated with tumors of the thymus. Not necessarily. Cells and two fluids. Absolutely, mango. Give me a big mango, Mark. I could use one of those big mangoes again. My God. Would sometimes get removed. Anyway, I don't need an explanation, but would love to pass a video along from you. Thank you, Mango Mark. You see Endo this. Dear Dr. Morse, my son just turned 32 and is losing a lot of hair for his age. You see this a lot. I mean, you just look around and look at the young men that are losing all their hair. Well, but does that make sense then if that we're talking about genetics in kidneys and adrenals, and therefore you're seeing all the lymphatic problems? Oh, yes. I mean, these young people, their lymph systems are much worse than our generations by far. We're seeing very serious lymphatic problems, unfortunately. So your son's got to really plug into this, understand the role of the kidneys and the adrenal glands, start getting his lymph drained, and by the way, fix up the colon because of the head area issues and get that hair back. Because you're going to see dementia, Alzheimer's, you're going to see nursing homes have younger and younger people in them. And it's sad when you see a 30 or a 40-year-old in a nursing home because they can't remember who they are or where they parked the car. And this is a problem that we're going to be facing if we're not careful, because at 32 and no hair, not good. And you're seeing it in the 20-year-olds. I get a lot of those. Also, he had his very infected tonsils. Any relationship there? See what I'm saying? I mean, you're very lymphatic up here. These are just lymph nodes telling you, wait a minute, full, and the road's blocked down below. I can't go anywhere. Kidneys and adrenals. And get those lymphs moving, man. The bowels cleaned up and clean all that out. Not much left of them. Well, they'll grow back if you can get everybody cleaned out and you got some tonsil left. Those tonsils will grow back. Oh, we moved 3 months ago. Oh, well, we have heard of third sets coming in there, or second sets coming in there, absolutely. Had a guy with his third set. I was telling him and my husband about changing to your recommended diet to regrow hair. They both think I'm nuts. Well, love Lisa. Honey, they're the ones, I know, they're the ones that are not. You keep going with that. Absolutely, you can grow hair. You want to use upper circulation to help that, but you want to move lymph because this young man's in trouble lymphatically in his head area and just doesn't realize it yet. The eyes will start going on him. You're just going down the line here, and that's just not, I mean, if that's what you want, but that's not acceptable to me at all. So my wife's ex is being naughty by going outside. That's to get fresh, cold air. You must be talking to somebody here. Anyway, is refusing pharma painkillers. Is there any advice on pain relief and insomnia, Doc? I want to give him Baswana and Baswella or something for inflammation and a right cross for the for the sleeping. Daniel, now that I know you're a man, I tell you what, give him the right cross, and then when he wakes up, that'll kill the pain for a while. You know what, you can use all the different herbs, and to do that, we have an antispasmodic that works. Some people use the antispasmodic with our painkiller, but our painkiller is only for like medium at best pain. You get too much pain, but it will take some of it off, and if you can use like valerian or painkillers or some kind of herbal painkillers and maybe an antispasmodic, that would work real well. And then, of course, open him up and pour in the base chemistry, man, while he's out. Oh, you guys are funny. I love it. I would love to hear more about astral travel. Oh, cool place. I have been trying to work on doing it. Oh, I know from the Ringling Cedar series, often traveled to many places on Earth and to other planets as well. You know, astral actually is the next level, or can I use the word heaven or whatever you would wish to, or realm or dimension, however you wish to view where you go when you leave this. You know, this is what a lot of people are afraid of, unfortunately, because our focus in man is so materialistic that we've engrossed our consciousness here, and it's like trying to pull it out to go, oh, shoo, like popping a cork in a wine bottle. Oh, thanks. And that's how sometimes it is when you leave the body. It's a pop like a cork bottle. But still, pulling your attention out of the morass of materiality, and starting to clear your eyes and go, oh, yeah, oh, wow, whole nother world here. And basically, you've got travel into these finer... sometimes you get the impression they're stacked on top of each other, but actually they're all interwoven together. And so it's just the frequency a little finer than this one. You look at people, and some people see auric factors and others don't. And it's just, you can train yourself. And it's like those pictures you see, and they've got all these different either dots or whatever, but when you get to really kind of looking at them in a certain angle, not really looking at the dots, but sitting back kind of in a disinterested way, you start to see the figures and how they design that painting or drawing, or how they fix that up. Well, basically, that's what you're doing. Same thing with learning how to view subliminal advertising. You look on these women with bikinis, and they've got these, either the perfumes or the skin products and stuff, and if you will you'll start to look, you will see sex written all over the body of the female. You'll see all kinds of words written where you can't see it if you're just looking at the female, but if you get back and you unfocus, you'll see more. And that same thing happens when you're trying to understand God, is you unfocus from that which is limited and you start being that which is unlimited. And that only happens in the present moment, in the now. You step out of the now, then you're walking into the mind, and the mind now thinks dualistically. Now the mind, being in creation, now operates from duality. You don't, but your mind has to have activity and drama, and to have creation the way it is, and to have me and you as separate entities. In reality, there's no difference than you and I. We're all the same. But you have to develop spiritually, and you notice those that develop spiritually start feeling, seeing a oneness between all life. And it's between the plants and the animals, and we know we're connected. We're more than connected. And so it's just, that's the mark of a spiritually growing or awakening soul. And then it keeps going. It keeps going, and more awake and more understanding of the oneness of things. The further away from God, the more isolated and separate you see things. Let's see, comment on the important message of leukemia. Her mind is going. She needs 24/7 care. This weekend she fell and had hip replacement surgery yesterday. JG, God, what a beautiful picture, JG. Where'd you get that, man? That's cool as all get out. Right through that hole is God. All these other areas are the worlds that flow around it. I love it. Good. God, wow, beautiful. And this is the kind of art that in Eckankar we used to see all the time. The artists that traveled within these beautiful, gorgeous heavens of God would bring back some of these gorgeous pictures and paint them. That's art. That's electric art. And you'd get a buzz just sitting there looking at the painting, because he was buzzed. It was a higher consciousness experience, and so that came out in the painting, and you sit there and you picked up on that. Just beautiful stuff. I love this kind of art. This weekend, let me see here, she had told us many times that she just wants to die, but her lifestyle was typical of the post-World War II generation, and she had an enjoyment, pain-free life up to 88. Yeah, I don't know what to say. 88 years old, give it to me, juice me, I'm out of here, or learn how to travel consciously out of the body. That's all I can say. My journey 444. Yeah, I love you too, honey. Thank you, by the way. Organic Heart, thank you too, sweetheart. Love you too. Thanks for all your great comments. And Kelly girl, keep on going, girl. I'm proud of you. Some Dr. Tom Wu taking his juicing course. Yeah, Wu's good. Kathy went to his course. He did some good stuff there. And said that eating bananas creates dampness in the mind. Well, I don't really go with all the Chinese view of hot and cold and dampness and all that. I just don't I'm an acid alkaline kind of guy, but I'm definitely a frugivorish kind of thinker. So, I don't really get caught up into the dampness and the chi lines and stuff like that, honestly, because, again, those things keep limiting your awareness and isolating you to all these cofactors. And it's like, who cares? You just eat the food your body's designed to eat. Keep it simple. Work on your spirituality. Of course, if you're taking off into this, I understand that. And you can play with those things well. But don't let the diets sometimes shift you away, like the macrobiotic diet. Let me tell you, I've never seen anyone healthy. There's been a lot of people that cured themselves of different things with the macrobiotic diet. That shows you how easy some things are to cure. When you can cure anything with a macrobiotic diet, that problem wasn't that deep, and, it shows you. But there's nothing, to me, actually sane about macrobiotics. I disagree with most of their theories. We are a living food people. We don't see the theories that they cast. And I was telling you, in Portugal, in Lisbon, in these symposiums, all these top macrobiotic healers did not look robustly healthy. Their skin was charcoal gray. We saw my whole crew noticed that. And I was commenting on, that's macrobiotics. Take a look at the skin. Take a look at the lack of vibrancy in that person. And that's what you see. You don't see lack of vibrancy with raw foodists, but you certainly do. You might see Gaunt, and you might see, like Victor and some of these people on the road, but you got to understand that there's a long road sometimes between where you are and Wellville. That you just got to keep walking down the road, not judge, and others, and you just keep walking down the road yourself. And then if someone wants to walk with you, okay. If not, okay. They're going to walk as far as they can, But don't let anything stop you. You just keep walking down that road until you're so good, you're hollering, balance, I need balance. Talk to one of you guys that are strictly fruitarian. She's so up there now, she can't even eat acid fruits now. She's just way up there, and we were talking about how do we bring her back down a little bit. Because there's another side of this that we haven't got into yet, because some of you need to get way up there. When you do, it's an amazing journey. I know Durian Ryder eats a lot of bananas, which are heavy fruit. Yeah, they're considered the meat of the fruit. I think I told you I had a 3-doctorate professor in Canada once invited me to speak and was talking to me about the banana. And he studied the banana all his life, 3 doctorates, banana, blueberry, and potato. I considered him one of really the foremost authority, because if you spend all your life and you have 3 doctorates, pretty much you've ripped the banana apart inside and out. And I really believe that's the meat of the fruit. I just think that, a banana should be all yellow, including the stem. And if you have a few brown spots, okay. Outside of too many brown spots, now you can tell that it's pushing over to fermentation. But too green, and you can feel that's not good either. And so it's just learning when to get your fruit the right ways and stuff like that, of course. But in forms of detoxification, I've never fasted on a banana fast. Never considered a detoxifying food. I considered maybe the meat of the fruit. Some fruit act like the meat side, a little heavier, a little more starchy, blah, 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 blah. The watery fruit has a more detoxification effort to it, I think you could basically say. But nothing wrong with eating them. A banana with medjool date, can't beat that combination. Woohoo!